Slow Rocket Urban Farm in beautiful eastern half of Missouri. I'm going to read for you tonight from the selected complete works of Hans Christian Andersen in my hand. Here's a story, here's a story.
Sing it, brother.
Of a little small tiny reading series. An ugly duckling of sorts, as written by Mr. Hans Christian Andersen. This ugly duckling reading series had a little bit of a problem. Not only was it ugly, but it had a very bad case of the hiccups. But since it was ugly, nobody would take it in. It tried to get into a family of ducks, and they were like, no way, you're too ugly, and you've got that bad hiccuping problem. It tried to find its way with an old lady and her 2 young grandchildren in the middle of the forest. But there was a cat there and a hen too, and they would never relent on the insults about how ugly and hiccupy this little duck reading series was. So it ran away! It ran away so far through the woods! And eventually, the winter time came and nobody wanted this ugly duckling reading series with a terrible case of the hiccups. And just when this ugly little duckling was ready to freeze to death, a farmer came along and took it in. But even there, this ugly duckling reading series with a bad case of the hiccups could not handle its own life. It had been spurned too many times before, so it ran away once again. It spent the latter half of the winter in the forest, practically freezing to death. Until one day, the trees were blooming, the snow had melted, and this ugly duckling awoke. This ugly duckling reading series with a bad case of the hiccups awoke. Only to find that it could hiccup. Every little hiccup that it made would let loose a little bit of a gunpowder flash. And truly spoken, this ugly duckling reading series, formerly with a bad case of the hiccups, had become what we now know in the year 2010 of our Lord as an exploding swan. All right.
Rob, is that an adequate
Oh, this is going to be so
stand?
fine. Yeah, it's going to be great. I love it. Okay, all right.